Hey guys, it's me, Jackawaka, and I'm here with a Greybox demo of Protobeat. It's a little game that I've been keeping an eye on. There's been a few devlogs by the developer just posted on YouTube, so I'll slap a link to that and a link to the game down below. Basically, it's gonna be a zombie kind of platform shooter. They said don't call it a platformer because they don't believe in their level design, but I'm gonna call it a platformer anyway. Plenty of different like movement options, such as like wall jumping. There's grabbing hold of ledges, also bouncing off umbrellas and things. If I can get up there, so you can. One of the things is you can swing like this. If I could do that correctly, that would be cool. So yeah, you can grab all the ledges and launch yourself around, jump off umbrellas. Which is kind of cool. Obviously you got the shooting aspect of a shooter, which is quite nice. I just thought I'd give my first impressions, you know, it's always good. It's been in development for a little while, been testing with a lot of different mechanics and stuff, and just trying to make a game that feels pretty decent, and I'd say in a way they've succeeded. Obviously, as this is a Greybox demo, there is a little bit of jank here and there, but that's kind of expected with Greybox demos, isn't it? Their main setting, as you can see, is like an urban setting, so it looks nice. Obviously no textures or anything, but you can get a feel of what the city would be like. You got like little shops here and like little buildings. Maybe you could imagine this is like a little cafe or something, which has a few umbrellas around it. But like, it's quite a nice little feel going on. They're hoping to have it as an open world sandbox thing, and well, not open world, should I say. Like, you get put in a certain zone and you can traverse. So, they mentioned down here, you can probably traverse to a new area. Not in this demo, but eventually you probably can. What's up here? Ooh. Nice little subway bit. That's kind of cool. It is going to be interesting to see how they do the AI for following the player with all of these movement mechanics. If they're just going to have it where, like a kind of the floor is lava style thing, where you're like, oh, I've got to keep above the ground and not touch the ground because there's zombies or whatever. Or if they have, it like, you know, like the zombies climb and also do parkour. Alright, so over here, as it's a shooting game, we do have a variety of different weapons. As you can see here, you've got like little models and stuff. One thing I did notice with these tutorial boxes is once they've displayed once, they permanently disappear. And the first time I went to this bit, I actually walked over it, didn't read the tutorial, and then just kind of didn't know what button to press. I did find the slide mechanics out of that though, and as mentioned before, it's this kind of a movement-based shooter would be a decent way to put it, I guess. So it's nice to have these like, fun movements in. Right, so the keybinding is a little odd for this. It's M, so I'm just gonna pick up one of these weapons. Oh, can I? There we go, lovely jubbly. So we just got this. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice little shotgun. So the vibe they're going for is a nice cartoony vibe. So it's all projectile-based bullets. Okay, this gun feels really satisfying to use. It's kind of cool. So as well as single weapons, they do have dual wielding. So let's try and get dual wielding. It looks like I can pick up both of these. Maybe? There we go. Nice. So yeah, you got a little dual wielding mechanic, which is kind of cool. So you can just do like shooting. You can right click to shoot one gun, left click to shoot the other. One thing I've found, which would be pretty cool, is if you could do a dive and shoot at the same time. I know that's kind of hard to implement, like the arms aiming it the right way without it looking janky, but I think that would be badass, jumping off a wall and like shooting with two pistols sort of thing. It's like that, and then shooting down stuff. just for that like really fun cartoony feel, or actiony feel. The guns feel satisfying. I will say that. That's pretty good. And the damage scaling is obvious because you've got the damage numbers. What else do we have here? Let's go for this gun. Ooh. Ah, this is kind of like a cartoony, like slow float in the air before it lands sort of thing. That's kind of cool. Ah, that one. Oh wait, no, that's a cool nade launcher. Ah. So one thing is, I feel the weapon pickups, they should be, this is my personal opinion anyway, they should be based on which one's closest, as opposed to looking directly at the weapon. Because that's kind of awkward. So imagine you're in the heat of battle, you're like, oh quick, there's a weapon over there, like, get that weapon. You can't pick it up by just pressing the pickup button like this. You have to visibly position yourself to actually look at it. So it might be cool just to have like a interact with the nearest thing, I guess, maybe. So as well as a variety of weapons, as you saw, we've also got some little vehicles going on here, and a little gun at the front. So if I okay, M is to use everything. Okay. So we've got nice little vehicles. The vehicles do feel alright. They feel a bit floaty in my opinion, if I was to give honest feedback on this. They are kind of nice, but I feel it may be intentional, as it's the kind of floaty vehicle, cartoony style thing. Looking backwards and holding W is kind of confusing though, not gonna lie, it's like a reverse. Especially if you look to the side, and then you're not entirely sure where you're going. I do believe they mentioned it was because you steer with the mouse. Yeah, it's like a Borderlands style movement with vehicles where you look at the mouse and it goes. That might be why it feels a bit floaty to me, which some people might prefer. I'm just not one of those people. I am a sucker for games that have like a set area that's really like densely populated with nice little bits to explore. Oh, I thought I just leapt off the edge there. Oh yeah, and also they got rails. That's a decent segue. Look at that. I'm the master of commentary here. There we go. Right, sick. Yeah, so the rails are quite nice. Probably inspired by Splatoon. They feel inspired by Splatoon, where you just skate along them. It would be nice for it to be a bit generous to the player, so like maybe a little bit of magnet feet when you jump between rails. So you can do it side to side quite easily, but for example this bit, you got to time it very precisely to be able to land there. Alright, so maybe I have to push this down a little bit before I can get into it. Oh, no, never mind. It was just that I was at the wrong door. Oh, nice. Okay, the positioning of the little alien girl thing is kind of a little off there, but no one's gonna notice that. Oh, I think I'm stuck. What if I get it out? I'm stuck in the lamppost. I will leave that there. Maybe this way? So I feel a little bit of course correction would be nice. For example, if I was trying to jump up a ledge, for example, I'm holding W here when I jump off. So maybe I'm like trying to grab this ledge and I press space. But it launches me off. Maybe a nice little bit of air control would be kind of decent on it. Just so I can control my movement a little better in the air. Okay, so this has been the Protobeat first impressions. This is generally any feedback I give here obviously can be taken with a grain of salt or whatever. Like I'm enjoying the game so far. I just always think it's useful to give feedback to people, so it's not me, like, please don't take it as me bashing the game or whatever, because this is actually very decent. I'm enjoying what I'm playing, genuinely, which is pretty cool. It's got a nice bit of character to it. The guns have a nice feeling to them. I love the cartoony aesthetic and the vibe it's giving off at the moment. I'm loving the movement mechanics, and I can tell that there's been a lot of effort and like care and attention put into them. So yeah, thanks for watching, I would say.